Morning! I'm back and I just realized I don't have the lip color on, so that's how today's going. It's the first day of setting up my classroom. I'm finally able to get back in. I literally hunt my admin down and ask them every day when I can get back in my classroom. I've done that every year and that's just me. My goal today, I can't really do furniture because they haven't done my carpets yet. I went in yesterday for literally 10 minutes just to drop a couple things off. My arm is starting to hurt so bad. Okay, we're just gonna rest that there. Just to drop a few things off. But today I want to kind of just figure out my wall situation and then kind of organize some stuff, work on my library. So yeah, that's kind of my plan. I don't know, I'm probably gonna get an idea of how I want my seating arranged, and then I just won't be able to leave it out because they haven't done my floors yet. So this is what I'm dealing with for my trunk right now. Yesterday, like I said, I dropped a whole thing off, and then this is just all seating. This is my bistro set. As you can see, I've got my Adirondack chairs. That's just curriculum that I had for my training, and then I've got a bag full of stuff, and I've got a few more things behind that. But yeah, so I'm gonna bring all this in and get started. Oh, I also got Starbucks for Jess and I. She wanted this what is it called, a blueberry. Oh shoot, I thought it was blackberry. Oh no, I hope I didn't order the wrong thing. Well, I got a blueberry black tea lemonade, and then she wanted her sweetened. I did not want mine sweetened, but now I'm wondering if I got the wrong thing. Okay, so I thought I would give you a quick overview of how my classroom was left. I'm so out of breath, by the way. I just carried that box all the way from the parking lot to the classroom because I couldn't find a cart. So I carried the Adirondack chairs, which those aren't as heavy, but they're just awkward. So I'm really out of breath right now. Okay. Anyway, I thought I'd show you kind of what my classroom looks like. If you saw my classroom cleanup video, this is pretty much the way I left it. They did have summer school in here. Whoever was in here did a really nice job of kind of keeping it the way that I like it, I guess. I just brought those bins in yesterday. I'm gonna do my library here and then up here. Zoom this out actually. And then just my door. I think I'm gonna keep this wall probably the same. And then I've got just stuff on the back counter, and I haven't decided what I want to do with this yet. I might leave it, I don't know. And then yeah, so I'm thinking I'm gonna move my table probably back to this corner. That's where it used to be. I want to get rid of this little drawer system and it's just construction paper. I want to put it in my big drawers over there because a lot of those drawers are empty, so it's kind of pointless that I even have this, so it just takes up space. So I want to get rid of that, and then yeah, so this is what I'm working with. I really don't have a clear plan for today, but I just figure I can kind of get whatever done and just go for it. I don't know. Alright, Jess is here.
Hi.
And I'm gonna go get all my stuff out of the storage. I think we're gonna do this paper we were just talking. We're gonna do probably in this middle or on this side. Actually, maybe on both sides. That might be kind of cool.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I just don't know how much is in there, so we're kind of struggling with that. I'm afraid I'm gonna go and then it's gonna run out. So I'm gonna get my stuff out of the closet because I stored all my seating so nobody would ruin it. And we'll go from there. This is our disaster. I didn't even realize it was this messy. Oh, that all fell over. That's why. I wonder if it fell over in the earthquake.
I'm gonna start shopping in here.
That basket's mine.
Okay. Are these?
Yeah, I think. Those obviously are mine because they say Brooks. Those are mine. They say Brooks.
Are those Cassie's? All this stuff?
Yeah. Alright, so we've got the Skylar hates when I start every thing with alright.
I always say so.
Yeah, so or all right. So I have to start over now. It's just so awkward. Like, how do you start? Like, we.
I know. And yeah, like you can't just like start. Like you have to like let them know you're starting.
Jess is helping me, and by helping me, I mean I'm watching and she's doing. She's hanging my border right now. We've got this up. We just did it underneath my clock so that we didn't have to cut, and then this was like the actual size of it.
Is that straight?
So it looks like really blue on camera.
Yeah. Is that straight?
Yeah. It looks really blue on camera, but it's definitely a teal color. I don't know if once it gets color corrected, if it'll like get fixed, but I think I'm gonna leave all this up. I'm just gonna change like what's on it, and then this will be for I don't know what right now, but something eventually. All right, we put together the table, aka we took it out of the box and it was already put together. It's a metal table. I got this off Let Go. And I paid like $40 for it, which is way more than I would ever pay really for flexible seating, but I really liked it. So, and then I'm going to go ahead and start moving furniture around just to get an idea of where I want things. I know that I can't like leave it really. I mean, I can, but I can't put all my chairs out, but I can get an idea of what I want. I like how small this is though. We put the construction paper in here that used to be in here. So now this thing is empty, but I figured out that these drawers actually fit perfectly in these drawers. And these drawers, I have a really hard time with keeping them organized, as you can see, because they're just so big and like nothing fits in them right. So now I'm kind of mad that I took the paper out of the drawers. I should have just left them in there, but it's fine. Because I can use those drawers somewhere else, because I have all of these and all of those that are all the same size. I moved this over here, and then I'm gonna see if I can put like tables over here to kind of, or I wanted this over here to free up the space over here, because this area I feel like it's always kind of wasted. So, and I don't really have like wall space in my classroom, as you can see. Like, this is pretty much it. So now I've just kind of got a mess in the middle of the room. Okay, so I've got all of my books in here. I need to take all of these out and then organize them. Just put these in these little Target pockets. So I'm going to stick these on the buckets. And then I need to figure out what other labels I need, because I couldn't remember. I did Magic Treehouse, Junie B, Fiction Easy Reads. I just figured those could be like those little like step to reading books or whatever they're called. I don't even know if I have enough for a whole bucket of those. Don't know if I have enough for a whole bucket of those. Graphic novels, National Geographic, Captain Underpants, Animals, Science, and I just did 2 picture books, so we'll see. I'm organizing books. We are organizing books, and this was a lot more of a task than I kind of thought it was going to be. I got a ton of new books. I think I already said this, but I got a ton of new books from another teacher, and I don't even know, like, I mean, I've already begun, but I don't even know where to begin. In the past, I've always just thrown them in buckets and let them be, and I'm kind of tempted just to go back to that method, because this is a lot.
Some Tupperware.
Ooh. We're going to take a lunch break and go to Taco Bell. Jess, have you ever been to Taco Bell? Or is it, like, literally never?
Never. They don't have fries.
They do!
They do?
Yeah.
Oh.
But they come with nacho cheese. Jess hates nacho cheese.
Blech.
I'm trying to... Oh, here it is. This is my first classroom. You can see, like, that wall is...
Wow. That's just so crazy to me. Like, how... Like, is that a whiteboard or is that...
Uh-huh. And that was, like, maybe not even half the size of that. It was such a small little whiteboard.
What do you do with cinder block? Like, what are you supposed... Did you just leave it blank?
Yeah. Like, that... Yeah.
Wow.
But that was, like, my first class. Like, that was all the decorations I had. But Instagram wasn't around then, so I didn't see all these, like, crazy costumes. I thought that was so cute. And I made those little pinwheels.
Cute.
For reference. This was my first classroom I ever had. And I made these little like pinwheels out of scrapbook paper, and I was so proud. And then my wall though was cinder block. And then these weren't cinder block, but that was like all the decoration I had. So yeah. And that was like my whole room. It was so little. I'm back from lunch. Jess went home, and I'm going to, my goal right now is to figure out something with the library, because I think I was saying this before, I just don't even know. Like, so I'm thinking this is going to be like my goal for the rest of the day, is just like do my library, and then I want to blow up the balls, the exercise balls, yoga balls, whatever. And I think that that'll be like my 2 goals for the day, and if I can at least get those 2 things done, then I'll feel good. I think I actually got my library figured out. There's a couple bins that I'm like a little not sure about, but I think for the most part it's pretty much good. So let me show you what I did. So here is like an overview of what I threw together. I'm just gonna start. I'll just tell you like what's in each bin. I'm gonna actually put those labels on. I should have done that before I showed you, but I'm kind of making sure I like it first. So let me walk you through it, and this will make sure that I like it too. So this bin is just chapter books. These are the ones that I'm like, I don't really know. This is just like chapter books with people. And then there's another one that's like chapter books with the animals. So this is on my Magic Tree House. This will be Captain Underpants. My friend actually took home most of my Captain Underpants for her son for the summer, so she's going to bring those back, and I'm going to put them in there. These are all Black Lagoon books. I was thinking I had way more of these, and it was only filling up like this much of the bucket, and I was like, man, I really thought that I had like a ton more of them. There was a whole bucket full of them sitting on a table I didn't even see. So these are all Black Lagoon books. These are like what I'm considering. I actually picked out like the bigger chapter books, but I know these are also kind of like the harder chapter books. Like Frindle, I know is like more of a 3rd grade, kind of 4th grade level book. Just these like really big, like hefty chapter books that are just going to be a little bit more for like my advanced readers. These are mostly all Goosebumps, and then 1 Animorphs, just because I felt like that kind of fit. I don't know. These are the like reading with help books, or like the ones with the numbers, basically, the I can read books. These are all those kind of books. So these will be great for my students because these are like right at a good level for a lot of them. These are this is another basket that I'm like, it's all just kind of like girly books. I figured most of my boys aren't going to really care about stuff like this, so I just kind of threw them all in here, and they're kind of more like, I don't really know about these 2 because I actually haven't read these 2. They just kind of looked, maybe I might end up replacing these ones, but these are just kind of books that I figured my girls would probably gravitate more towards than probably the boys. So I thought that would be kind of nice for them. These are all like chapter book mysteries. Anything that's like a mystery style book. I thought I had enough for a whole Cam Jansen. I did not. And I thought I had enough for this. I did not. So I just figured I can kind of put those together. And I had a bunch of like detective mystery style books. So I just threw them all in here. I actually did find a bunch more of these. But yeah, so that's all those. This is chapter books with like an animal as like the kind of main character, I guess. Except for Bad Guys, I guess that's an animal. I don't even know. I haven't read that one. And then just like animals, I don't know. These are all my Junie B. Jones. And then down here I've got, these are nonfiction books, just like anything. These are just National Geographic. These ones are nonfiction books, books about animals, I should say. It was just nonfiction, but then I ended up putting like these ones in there. And I know this is like butterfly and not animal, but like I'm just kind of categorizing that into like living things. And these are all my Who Would Win books. These are both just going to be they're just picture books. So this is like these are like Fly Guy books, stuff like that. So they're just all picture books, and I figured I could put these, this is just like a 2 crates stacked, and it ended up working out perfect because I had 2 more buckets and it was getting a little bit long on the counter, and I didn't want to like double them because then they can't like reach, and then I didn't really want anything like going back in there or whatever into this cubby, so this actually worked out perfect, and I just think it like, I don't know, I think it threw it together. And then I also put an empty bucket back here. My plan is to possibly have students put back books that they don't know where they go, and they could put them in there, and then I could either myself or a student who's like assigned to that put them back where they belong, just so we can maybe keep the organization a little bit better. I would like to go through and like label the bucket with like a sticky, like I had done it with this like a long time ago, and then like some of the books had like the matching thing. I think that would be nice to go through. I don't think I'm gonna have time before the beginning of the year, and much less like, I don't know if I really want to do that because that sounds like a lot of work, but I am gonna label all the buckets. So yeah, I think I'm gonna take like a break from kind of thinking. I feel like my brain really had to work with all the books, trying to figure out like how I wanted to organize it. So I'm gonna blow up my yoga balls and figure out, oh, actually I'm gonna stick those on too. I'm gonna stick the labels on that I have, and then I need to figure out which ones I still need, because I know I obviously need a lot more. Blow those up and then figure out, it's 1:50 right now. I'd like to get out of here around 3-ish so that Scott and I can go to the gym. So I've got like a little over an hour. Not too shabby. Wowza, I am so tired. I'm like exhausted, but it's 2:53. I'm gonna leave I can basically be here till 3:30, so I'm probably just gonna kind of go ahead and start wrapping up. I had said earlier I can't put out any of my seating. I did, however, but I only did that because I wanted to see like where I wanted everything, and then when I'm gonna put it all like on the table or on the counter, and then when they do the carpets afterward, I'll just put it all back. So I'm gonna take a picture of it the way I have it, because I just wanted to like spend some time figuring out how I wanted it, and I think it's pretty much ready. I've got the table of yoga balls. I've never actually done yoga balls before. Well, actually that's a lie. One time I had one, but I've never had like a full table of them. And then I already showed you like that area. I just set this right here just because it's kind of like an awkward area. The unfortunate thing about these tables is like they're they're obviously round, and they're fairly big, and so they can't really like fit in small spaces. I don't know, so I just put those there for now. I probably might end up, I don't know, I'll probably move them, but yeah, so that was just kind of an open space that I figured could be filled, and then these were just extra. And then I've got my wobble table, or wobble stools, and then the beach chairs, which I already showed you. I threw the stools over at my table. This is going to be for like scoop seats. I know the kids can actually sit in the scoop seats to sit at the table, but I figure, and I may not even end up leaving those, I don't know. Last year, the like way I did scoop seats, I have 6 of them, but the way I did it last year was if they sat at the counter space, then they had first pick of like scoop seats during independent time, so then they could go move somewhere else because they just had like, you know, a spot over there, because I like the kids to have a kind of a home base. But I thought maybe I could do a table this year, so I don't know, because they can't really like sit at the scoop seat and be at the table, but I figured that could be like they could sit next to it, or so, I don't know, so that's kind of what I'm thinking. I ordered some like rocker like chair things. I don't really know how to explain them. They're like a regular chair, like a school chair basically, but then it like rocks and it sits on the floor. They're really cool. I ordered them with my school. So I'm getting 5 of those, so I'm going to save that for this table, and then they have the option to like sit at that. Actually, they'd probably just sit at the chair at the table. That will just be a stool table for now. I think I'm just going to leave this a regular chair table, possibly maybe just doing the counter space as regular chairs, just for those kids who do like the regular chairs still, which is all cool, and then they can, you know, use pillows or whatever. And then I have the Adirondack chairs, and then I'll have this whole space for like my carpet area. So I have my sit spots. I'm not going to put them down just because of the fact that they're going to be cleaning, obviously, still. So I have all my sit spots there, and actually might take them home and wash them. I washed them last year, and they held up pretty well, and they're like really dirty, so I might wash them again. But yeah, so that's kind of like everything that I've done. And then I showed you the library. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So that was kind of the biggest thing. I wanted to get the library situated today. I need to actually now actually don't need to put everything up because they're not actually cleaning until like next week. Today's Wednesday. I have training tomorrow, so I won't be here, but I'm going to be back on Friday. I think not for super long like I was today, but I'm definitely going to come back in. I also have this like tassel banner I want to put up somewhere. It's just like a rainbow tassel banner. I don't know. But I'm getting so tired, so I think I want to go home and just be done. So I'm going to go ahead and call it good for today after I film that little tiny bitty haul. But if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe, and I don't even know what else I'm trying to say. Make sure you check out t-shirts. First day shirts are up. So many of you guys have already got your first day shirts. So I think I have my whole outfit planned out for my first day. I got a new skirt off Amazon, and I think I'm going to wear it for the first day, and I'm so excited. So I just love skirts and shirts with them. So yeah. All right. I'm going to go.